So first, really interesting, and thank you for sharing everything that you've done. So I heard you say that your group is or you're an LLC. So can you tell me about how you, plan to, I guess, sustain the Minds with Purpose? And is there a service or something that you are charging for to
So
maintain the LLC over time?
yeah, so great question. So there's many ways that we will plan to be sustainable. One of the main ways was event services, and then the pandemic came around and we had to like kind of pivot, get into merchandise and other stuff. But now that the pandemic is slowly leaving, restaurants are allowed to be at full capacity. These are local businesses that need people to come in their door. A service we do is event services. So every businesses wants new customers in their doors. So doing event services for local businesses and doing our own, which is like the Music Monday event that we did right here. Can you guys see the slides? So the one up here in the top left is a Music Monday event, and which is a showcase for local performers to perform and get a chance to get more exposure and promote their music. These events, if we happen to do these like maybe twice a month, will give us enough revenue to be sustainable. Not only that, but also the merchandise that we sell will allow us to be sustainable, in which we have the brand ambassador program that gives up job opportunities for the youth and other entrepreneurs to promote the brand and earn commission. So it'll be like a win-win situation. And then other services like the marketing things we do, which is like the content creation. As you can see here, we are working with a detailing service business, doing a promotional commercial for them. And on the other hand, we're working with a celebrity from Boston, filming him going on the jet. So those type of things will allow us to be sustainable, I believe. But my main goal is to have a space in which I could call home, that people could come, buy the merchandise, people could come, use the studio space. And if it's big enough, do our own events there.
Yeah, thank you. Excellent.
Thank you.
Like to ask a question. So the merchandise that you envision selling, is this merchandise that pertains to various musical groups?
No. So the merchandise that we do sell is Minds with Purpose merchandise. And our merchandise, I like to say that we don't sell merchandise, we sell value. Because there's a story about a friend of mine that bought a short set of Minds with Purpose, and he wore it in Jamaica, and some people saw him with it and they approached him because they knew about the brand as well, and that led to a connection. So as you can see here in the back of the sweater, it says, "We are all in this together." And right here around the world, there's a bunch of different entrepreneurs like firefighters, baseball players, athletes, musicians, chefs, pretty much anybody, but just showcasing the message that, this pandemic happened and that you're not alone, that we are all in this together. And I have dropped other certain collections where like they say Minds with Purpose, and then under will say like certain quotes like every shot, like you miss all the shots you don't take, stop waiting for tomorrow. Like positive messages is the type of things I like to put on the merchandise.
I see. Okay.
Uh,
I find, let me just say one more
Sorry,
thing.
go ahead.
That's
Go
okay.
ahead.
I've been married to a musician for many decades. Uh, and I know, when I saw this, I was very interested because of the musical connection. And so I was wondering how those events would work. My husband has had agents who have booked him, and so I was curious about these Music Mondays where you have number of musical acts coming in and you're trying to give them exposure to various restaurants or other venues where they may potentially be hired. Is that what you're trying to do?
No. So the way it works is Music Monday, for example, is a networking event in disguise. If I tell a bunch of 18, 19, and 20-year-olds to come to a networking event, they're probably going to be like, I don't want to go past business cards. So I do it with a twist. So Music Monday is a networking event in disguise for the reason that there's local artists performing, showcasing their talents and ideas. But in the room, there's people like producers, engineers, DJs, photographers, videographers. So pretty much anybody you will want to meet in the music industry world will be there supporting, because each artist, they don't have to pay $1 to perform, but what they do have to do is sell tickets. So each artist will bring, let's say, 15 people in, and then every other artist will benefit from those 15, because in
Ah,
total they'll have a bunch of new eyes on them, and they win prizes like money, they win free music video, their free merchandise, free podcast interviews, all these things that you don't normally get for free. Again, if you're in the music industry and you're an upcoming artist, you usually have to pay a couple $100s to open up for a celebrity, or you have to, get an agent and pay them a percent of what they get for you. So pretty much these things don't happen very often in the city I'm from, or in a lot of the cities that are around me. There's open mics and stuff, but open mics don't have the same type of vibe that this will give you. As you can see here, that was our first Music Monday in February before the pandemic, and we had 80 people on the Monday. So, to get people out their house on Mondays is something different, because people usually don't do much on Mondays because it's the beginning of the week and it's gloomy and
right.
stuff. But I spoke to a lot of people and I got their honest opinion, and everybody told me that they had a great time, and there was kids there, parents there, teenagers, like all types of people, which normally doesn't happen, to get like all those different types of age groups under one roof.
Yeah.
So and there people was meeting each other, which led to some there was a 15-year-old that performed there, that he was about to quit making music, and just last year he's reached a couple million streams on Spotify. Somebody else led to make a song with somebody else. And these type of events is not only for the music field. We can do this for like different fields, like the makeup field, tattoo, like any entrepreneurial field that's in. That's what our goal is.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I really liked that you're creating a sense of community where people are all helping each other, and you're being very creative about how you're going about this. And you've somewhat addressed this, but one of my questions is how you are facilitating all these people to help each other. I think that is something that is very unique. And I really like that and appreciate that that's not as easy as you're making it look. And so I really would love to hear you speak to that a bit.
So yeah, so definitely being a 21-year-old student with the school, I'm like super into school, like I'm involved in a bunch of different programs. I have my own personal life. I'm also about to be a young father. My son is due next week. So with so much on my back, I still wake up every day and I still
Yes.
try to, because I'm somebody that people, oh, do you know where I could detail my car? Do you know where I can, start a clothing brand? And I help all these people out for free. But I'm like, I want to create a platform in which these people could do it themselves. And just recently, I found out about Valence Community, which is another company that they do kind of similar to what I want to do in the future, which is have an actual application or a website in which, you could go on there and you see all types of different entrepreneurs in different parts of the world. And they're actually worth they've received funding about like $5.25 million of like Crunchbase funding. But these people their niche is the Black professional world. I don't have any specific niche of like race or nothing. I just want to work with people who want to uplift themselves and enjoy helping others. Like, for example, giving back to our community is something that's very big for Minds with Purpose. As you see here, the charitable events, we've partnered up with a couple nonprofits over the past few years during Christmas to sponsor a couple families and just receive funding from our own community. Like literally just go on Snapchat, Instagram, and say, hey, we're collecting funds to give back to our own community. And it's definitely not easy, but just knowing the value that's being provided is what just keeps me going. And I just love helping people. Like that's what I am. That's what I love to do, honestly.
Well, good job.
Thank you so much.
Fantastic. Do we have any more questions, Susan? Did you get a chance to ask?
I did not, but both my questions were answered through both Patty and Natalie. So thank you for your asking those questions. It addressed my issues. Thank you.
Okay. Does anyone have any follow-ups, or are we all okay? No, that looks good. Okay. In which case, I just want to say thank you so much for your presentation. Minds with Purpose was fantastic. I really enjoyed learning about it, and I appreciate everything you've done. So thank you for the Q&A. Again, it's wonderful to see such innovative ideas coming across our coming through our room today. So it's really been awesome. I really appreciate that. So I have to politely ask you to leave, but we really appreciate everything you did for us. So thank you so much.
Thank you all. Hope you all have a great day today.
You too.